What's up, folks? This is Andrew with MyWatchAddiction.com. Today we're going to take a look at a watch that I received in from the Watchgang Wheel of Watches. Now, this is a watch company that I have reviewed quite a bit in the past, and I have not in a while, so I figured it's about time to take a look at them again. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Vostok Europe Expedition North Pole chronograph. Again, this is a watch that I won completely free to me from the Watchgang Wheel of Watches based on the points that I had accrued from all of my renewals. So we're going to tear into this guy. Incidentally, I am rocking today a Vostok Europe Anchar, and we're going to get a closer up picture of this Anchar here in just a second, because I think it's a really cool watch, probably one of my favorite Vostok Europe watches, specifically in my collection, but most likely in general. Love this watch. So we'll get a closer picture of that here in just a second. But if you guys have not seen my videos before, down there in the right hand corner of the screen is that subscribe button. Go ahead and smash that guy and hit that bell if you want to get notified of me releasing new videos in the future. Anyway, guys, let's tear into this Vostok Europe Expedition chronograph. So as promised, before I jump into this Vostok Expedition, there's a little bit better shot of the Vostok Europe Anchar that I've got on my wrist for today. I'll post up a link in the description section below for the review I did on this watch. Absolutely love this watch. I opted to go with the red silicone strap for a while on this guy versus the black leather strap just due to comfort. But that is the Vostok Anchar. That is the watch of the day for me. But that's not why you're here. We're here to take a look at this Vostok Europe Expedition. So let's get this guy opened up. And very similar to the rest of the Watchgang wheel watches, the Watchgang Vostok Europes, all of them come from the Dente Watch Group. It's a US distributor. Incidentally, just as point of reference, the 2-year warranty does come from the Dente Watch Group, not from Vostok Europe directly on these. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just wanted to call that out. Let's see here, we have the Vostok Europe manual. It talks about the features, functions of this watch. And then we have the Expedition chronograph. If you guys give me a second to get the plastic off of this and the packing off of this, we will take a closer look. So as we zoom in on this Vostok Europe Expedition North Pole, you can see the second hand dial right there at that 3 o'clock position, along with that date indicator. At that 9 o'clock position, we have the minute indicator for the chronograph. Now, incidentally, this is a quartz watch. It's running a Miyota 6S21 quartz movement in this guy. So it is battery operated. Has a very flat stainless steel case with a hardened 4mm K1 crystal on this. That is not a sapphire crystal, but that is a hardened K1 crystal that comes on this Vostok Europe. And you can kind of see the depth to that crystal. That is a really thick crystal. I think it looks pretty sharp. Now, the size of this guy, Vostok Europes tend to be big watches, especially with their molded lug design. This guy is 47 millimeters at the case from side to side. 47 millimeters, so this is a big watch with a 17 millimeter case thickness. Now, if we flip this guy over, you can see the serial number. Actually, if I can get it so you can see the serial number right there. 729 of 3,000 of this color combination made. And then they have the Expedition North Pole engraving right there on that case back. Now, this guy does have a 200 millimeter water resistance, and it's coming on a silicone strap. The silicone strap on this watch does not feel cheap or plasticky. You guys know me, I'm not a huge fan of silicone straps, but this one is not bad. And I think it's kind of interesting that the inside of this silicone strap has almost like that tire tread pattern to it as well. Now, I'll be interested to see how this strap itself holds up, if it collects dust or discolors in any way like a lot of the black silicone straps tend to do. Now, as I mentioned, I picked this guy up on the Watchgang Wheel of Watches. Picked this, I believe this was a tier 3 watch. Again, I did not pay for those points. The points that I had accrued due to my Watchgang subscription renewals. If you're curious about Watchgang, I'll post up a link in the description section below. However, as I mentioned, I did not pay anything for this watch, didn't even pay shipping on this watch. But if you're interested in what these guys are going for, if you jump over to eBay right now, they range anywheres in price from $280 to best offer on up. Personally, I've seen these watches go, the chronograph version, quartz chronograph version of these watches go anywhere from $200 on up. I would say if you can pick one of these up, if you like the design and like that case size, I would say you're doing good if you pick one up in the $200 price range. I'm not necessarily sure personally how much more I would spend than that, but that $200 would be a sweet spot for me on this guy. All in all, I don't think this Vostok Europe Expedition North Pole is a bad little catch, especially for a free watch. As I've mentioned, guys, a number of times, the lugs and the size on Vostok Europe watches tend to not fit my 7¼ inch wrist all that well. So I'm not positive how much wrist time this watch will get, but it is a watch that I like the looks of. So I am definitely going to be looking forward to it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. If you want to see this watch on my wrist, don't forget you can follow us at Instagram /watchaddiction.us. Thanks, guys, and have a great week.